Cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I works with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late night.
Now, T-Rail has made himself a home in this reaction space, I see. Shout out to T-Rail, being a reaction channel. Y'all love to say that, oh, Rich Trapper don't do nothing. All you do is let other people contemplate and talk and blah, blah, blah. Now look at everybody copying the reaction formats. It's interesting how that came off. Niggas was top podcasters, now they reactors, huh? Guess it ain't no money in them podcasts for real. I guess there ain't no money in having your homie with an SSI check sitting next to you effing up the podcast for real. Huh. I guess it ain't no money in having a bald, washed up 50-year-old sack of potatoes next to you destroying everything he touched, huh? Let's see what T-Rail talking about. He probably does do better off by himself. Let's keep it real.
No, we're not surprised. But today,
We're not surprised
he's
you do better by
directing
yourself.
his energy to his own crew and cast by publicly trying to castrate them and undermine them as host on his own show, showing that he's more intelligent, he can articulate himself better, and he's just superior as a podcaster. Now, why would he do that to his own crew? I have no idea. But this man goes and uses a racial slur created by Chud the Builder, who is now arrested.
Man, ADAM22 is going the whole route of calling people out for yimping out. For those of y'all who don't know, ADAM22 said that he was yimping out, and it was a very interesting stance that a lot of the people on the No Jumper platform took. Spotify tried his best to defend the company of the blacks, but you got people like Munchie B and Doughboy sitting around saying, Munchie B and J Hood sitting around saying, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Overall, undermining and taking away from Spotify's point and his plight at defending blacks. Let's keep going.
And in federal prison for using these racial slurs. I mean, if he's not in federal prison, the FBI was still investigating him for going out, antagonizing and harassing black people. This is crazy. And this man goes on his show and uses this slur while having a conversation, potting with his own crew. This is disgusting. This man shows us time after time he exploits the culture. He hates the culture. He uses the culture. He's a culture vulture. But that's okay because he's just going to pay you guys. You guys are going to just keep showing up. And then that's just is what it is. You're going to build off of him and use him. And he knows this. So he's going to test you guys out every single time. And it's just, I hate it. It's sad to see that you got to sit there and listen to this man and make so many excuses on why he's an angry bird and borderline racist.
But then here's the thing, though. Is the excuses being made for why is Adam a racist? Or are the excuses being made of why do y'all continue to sit with ADAM22? That's the bigger question. Adam's a racist. Okay, we get it. Adam's a racist. Adam's a racist. Adam's a racist. They done said it a million times. Adam's a racist. Adam's a racist. Okay, cool. We got that. Why do y'all continue to propagate time with a racist? Seemed like you just wouldn't give him your time or your space or your conversation, but whatever.
This is ridiculous. Y'all almost let that slick and slide up under there. Pause. Listen to this.
There was at least one moment where we were acting crazy, drinking, taking shots, and I used Chud the Builder inspired language about myself to say that we were chimping out. I don't think that that is racist. I think that, if anything, I was comparing myself to an actual chimp. I'm just anti people telling people what they can joke about, especially when stuff that's like so blatant. It's so like not offensive. Like people are just dying to find something to get offended by,
offensive.
And I ain't going.
Listen, you gonna have to. I mean, you gonna have to go because you just saying some shit.
Why are you putting a pack of cigarettes in your shirt? What the is that?
I'm on my greasy tip. That's what it is. If you say something for defensive. decide to fire your face up, then you can't sue nobody. You can't.
No, I can.
You can't.
And I will press charges.
Yeah, but listen, I'm pretty sure you will. But you can't say what's offensive or not. It's offensive to people. It might be don't be offensive to.
And Spody Face is basically telling Adam, if somebody sock you in your face, i.e., if you say that in front of me, I'm gonna sock you in your face. That's what I got out of that. Spody Face is like, I'm gonna be the one to put head, shoulders, knees, and toes upon thee. Whoop thy feet. You feel me? But you know, ADAM22 don't really seem like he's too concerned with it, because he'll continue on with this pretty much disrespectful tirade at the expense of his black co-host.
I've never heard a black person say that it would be offensive for me to say it about myself. I understand why Chud the Builder using it against black people is offensive, but for me to say it about myself, it would be like me saying like, "Hey, I'm a barrel of monkeys." Don't call yourself a monkey. That's offensive.
But that's being insensitive though, to people that what he's.
I didn't even know that black people were sensitive about that.
Look.
Hey man, you know what's insensitive? You playing dumb. That's insensitive.
Right.
Insensitive is sitting right there with black people surrounding you, with black people, I'm talking about giving your platform a boost, talking about our culture day in and day out, and you sit there and not protect us. You sit there and joke, and you make these
Now, here's the thing too. Protect us, joke, all that's cool. But why are we looking for safety and sanctity and refuge from our oppressor? I've said this a million times. We all know that Adam is aware of what he's doing. We all know that Adam's aware of what he's saying. Okay, cool. We're past that. We got that. Why are we looking for understanding, safety, protection, and grace from ADAM22? ADAM22 lets other men denangle his wife and doesn't care about it. He doesn't care. He doesn't have a problem with it. He doesn't have an issue with it. He's not tripping on it. You can say what you want to say about him. It doesn't matter anymore. It's almost to the point that people have stopped even bringing it up because Adam doesn't care. So if that's the case and that's the situation with this man, and he'll let somebody, you know, pop lock and drop it upon his wife, why would he care about you? Why would he have anything for you? Why would he have any understanding for you? Why would he have any empathy for you? Why are you looking for any type of refuge from this man when this man is making it abundantly clear where he stands in his own personal life? So if that's where we know he stands in his personal life, why would you expect him to stand any other way or any other direction when it comes to what he has going on with you niggas? That just doesn't make any logical sense.
sensitive jokes to where you have to come and prove that you're not a racist and you like dark humor or humor that's insensitive.
Dark humor is insensitive humor. That's what it would be.
That is crazy to me. Why would you sit there and argue about jokes that our people been dealing with for years, hundreds of years? Being called and being referred to as a monkey is out of pocket, and you know that. And you know that any term that has to be dealing with a monkey
and a black person is,
and you're using it in the same sense as referring to as black people, you lost your mind. You know what that man was doing. You know what Chubb the Builder is about. So why go use his words and then flip it around like it?
Because Adam is making sure that that far right demographic continues to support him and his plights and everything that he has going on. Because Adam is making sure that he doesn't lose his fan base, his core group, his audience of those who think, look, and feel like himself. If you think that ADAM22 made this platform for your black ass, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're a flu flammer, you're a skulldugger, you're a larcenist. If you think for a second if ADAM22 made the No Jumper platform to benefit your black ass at the end of the day. Nope. Yeah, black people might benefit off of it. Yeah, you might catch something off of it. But if a black person get $1 worth of benefit, you better believe ADAM22 made $100. It's an easy call. And he's made that abundantly clear throughout the years. He's made that abundantly clear in recent history. And he's making it abundantly clear within his actions. So why again do people get so up in arms at everything Adam does and says like it's new information? No idea. But my question is, at this point, when is there an actual stance going to be made, or is it just going to be a bunch of videos being made with people being upset?
It's a positive. No, man. You're insensitive. You're borderline racist.
There ain't no borderline.
And you have lost your mind. And Moose Man, you are growing on me. Because Moose Man said, "Oh, you know what, man? Let me go check him." Spody face, I like that. Let me go and tell you real quick. You making these insensitive jokes, you gonna get slapped. You gotta be prepared for that. I'm gonna press charges. Sound just like, you know who he sound like? He sounds just like Chubb the Builder. Going out there antagonizing people. Going out there pressing people buttons. Going out there, next thing you know, he gonna be spraying the mace at you. Next thing you know, he gonna
Adam. So is he Adam the Builder?
be calling 911. But this is the things that you're putting on yourself. This is the energy that you're bringing. Why are you calling 911 now? Stand toes. Like Spody Face said, stand toes. Because if something might happen to you, because everybody ain't going to take that as a joke. But shots out though, Boost, man. You feel me? You might have to holler at your boy Munchie, because he's sitting over here trying to make excuses. Munchie.
Well, we all know that Munchie B been sold his soul to Adam. Mr. Munchie B, extra turned up. He who leader of the B team. If anybody does anything, is B team this, is B team that. But you let Adam put his feet on you, and now you back. We already see where you rock when it comes to ADAM22. It's not a question, comment, or concern. We see exactly where Munchie B rocks when it comes to ADAM22. He's gonna stand for whatever ADAM22 stand for, because when it came time in Principality to actually bust a move and rock out, no. Munchie B had us for a minute when he was like, nah, I never go back over there. I'm done with ADAM22. I'm whoopty bam this, I'm whoopty bam that. We thought that we had a friend. But as more and more time went on, we quickly saw that that was not something that he wanted to stand on permanently. That was a temporary little notion.
What you talking about? Man, there's a different way to diss the set every day. Man, we ain't talking about the set. This is bigger than the set.
Man.
This is our people. This is our black people. Things we've been fighting for so long. People like him sitting right next to you, homie, using the slang and the slurs, man, that this man created. He's in jail. Federal investigations for this. He cannot do that, man. He can't. He shouldn't be able to do that, man. You using these excuses, man. Nah. Bring that back. Tell him, hey, we not doing that, man. Don't do that. But you're growing on me, Moose, man.
It's for me to dress up like a monkey.
Because that's crazy.
Munchie B is afraid to say that to ADAM22, because then at that point, that could risk Munchie B's job. That could risk what Munchie B has going on over at the No Jumper building. And, you know, niggas like to get that little 1-2 step like Sierra every end of the month or whenever they get paid and all that kind of stuff. There is no other financial way that Munchie B can live as easily as No Jumper. I'm sure you could do other things, but No Jumper's some pretty easy money, and No Jumper boosts whatever he has going on on his personal pages as well. He could take his trajectory from No Jumper and, you know, kind of shift that into whatever he has going on his own page. So I can see why he's not really feeling rattling the boat, but at the same time too, Munchie B makes these big grandstands on the behalf of the Bloods, and everything is on Blood this, on Blood that, on Inglewood this, on Inglewood that. I'm not going for this, I'm not going for that. But when it comes to your blackness, it doesn't seem like you're ready to combat and go to war the exact same way that you are for your hood. And should you choose to put your hood over your blackness, that's your business. I can't say you right or I can't say you wrong. I don't know. That's your business. If you a blood first and a man second, that's your business. I could give a goddamn. That's your prerogative. But looking at it from the aspect of somebody who just has a little bit of common sense, that God gave a donut sitting in the windowsill of a donut shop, we just kind of wonder why so much disrespect is not tolerated for your gang, but so much disrespect is tolerated towards your race. That is a very interesting way of looking at
See,
it.
with the history of America that we're in here. You know what I'm saying?
A monkey is literally the closest animal to us evolutionarily.
But not just the monkey part. You paint.
Not true. Monkey is the closest animal to white people evolutionary. Black people were never Neanderthals, nor do we have any Homo sapien DNA. That's actually not a fact.
It's the animal that I have the most.
You'd be doing blackface to become
what if I painted like a nice tan brown? Like it doesn't have to be like a black person thing. Black people don't just immediately have a monopoly over the existence of apes. Like what the?
But they've been the ones that have been compared to them the most in America.
This is you being like dumb. A white man was so dumb they thought we was apes.
Enchanted by racism. It's like you're so enchanted by racism that you have to find it in everything. You can't dress up like a monkey because a black person might think that I'm trying to dress up like them.
No, you're ignorant to history, and so you pass through nuances of that's like gaslighting black people into thinking I could say chimping out whenever the I want, even though this dude has been harassing black people and getting picked up by the FBI.
I don't have anything to do with him.
The FBI think that chimping out is racist harassment.
We don't know that. They haven't said that.
That's what they picked him up for.
No,
targeted harassment.
They picked him up.
That's literally what they picked him up for. That's what the FBI picked up Chud the building for. It's not what he's in jail for, but it is definitely why the FBI stopped him and questioned his motives.
For shooting someone.
No, the FBI picked him up before he was arrested and said, you're targeting black people by saying chipping out. Are you a part of an organization?
He was using that phrase to dehumanize black people, which I quite clearly was not.
I know, but it's hard to tell when you're a white dude that looks like Chud.
No, it's not hard to tell.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Just because Bell is cool with it doesn't mean it's hard to tell.
Nobody's mistaking me for Chud the Builder. Nobody thinks that the way that I was using it is a racist thing, unless they're really, really trying to stretch it.
If I heard you saying chimping out and I don't know ADAM22, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy that you guys are so desperate to find something to be offended by that.
But you can't. But why don't we reclaim the N-word?
I can't even talk about a monkey. That's amazing.
Why don't we reclaim the hard R?
You know who's racist? Jane Goodall. What was she doing out there?
Why wouldn't we reclaim the hard R? No. That's way older. That's way older.
No, the hard R is still the hard R. A little bit.
That's a different word. In A and N.
It's like reclaim the hard R. If we're reclaiming everything, the N-word with the hard R is way older than the monkey shit.
Because one thing is offensive, all other things must also be offensive.
All these things have been used to oppress black people for centuries.
We found out about chimping out like a week ago.
The fact that Moose Man's more passionate about it than Munchie B and J Hood is a very interesting thing to note. I don't want to say it's disappointing. I don't want to say it's anything like that, because everybody has different levels of expectations, and I don't want to expect anything out of Munchie B and J Hood that they do not expect out of themselves. So that's always important to remember too. Everybody's entitled to their own way of going about these situations. But I do think that it's extremely interesting just to note their lack of, verbal outrage in this particular situation.
No, but chipping out falls under the category of dehumanizing black people and comparing them to apes.
Let's give my boy a quick history lesson, Moose, since he just don't know what's going on and he just delusional and he just forgot. I don't know.
Before anyone says it's just a joke or you're being sensitive, either you're a racist or you don't know history. So let's slow this all the way down, because this right here isn't random.
Or you're a racist who doesn't know history.
This is history. In the 1700s and 1800s, white European writers pushed this idea that black people were closer to apes than to humans. This wasn't just racism. This was political propaganda. It was used to justify slavery, colonialism, and the idea that black people didn't deserve rights because they were animals. This idea even got a name in academic research: simiization. This is the comparison of black people to monkeys or apes to strip away their humanity. And by the late 1800s and early 1900s, this wasn't just a theory anymore. It showed up everywhere. Racist cartoons, advertisements, postcards, toys, souvenirs. Some of these items literally portrayed black adults and black children as animals, and they were sold openly in American stores. This wasn't edgy humor. This was training the public to see black people as less than human. And when people are seen as less than human, well, abuse becomes easier, and violence becomes more acceptable, and silence becomes normal. And this imagery wasn't just cultural, it was also weaponized. It was used to justify that black people weren't fit to vote, or fit to govern, or even fit to be protected by the law. And this shows up every time black political power grows. It was loud during Reconstruction, loud during the Civil Rights era. And even President Ronald Reagan had this to say about black people in 1971.
Last night, I tell you, to watch that thing on television, as I did, to see those monkeys Tell them they're still uncomfortable wearing shoes.
2016, a Colorado County Republican chair resigned after posting a meme comparing President Obama to a chimpanzee. That same year, a nonprofit leader in West Virginia called the First Lady an ape in heels. And it's even showed up in entertainment. Don't even get me started on King Kong, or let's even talk about what H&M had to apologize for. So this imagery, comparing black leaders to monkeys, is not out of context. It's not dark humor, and it's not new. It's tapped into a centuries-old system designed to say that these people are not like us. History shows where that thinking leads. Dehumanization always comes before discrimination, before violence, before policies targeting certain people. I say this all the time, history doesn't repeat word for word, but it uses the same fucking playbook. And this chapter looks very familiar.
But I just want to say this just last before I get up out of here. He think it's a joke. He finds this funny because nothing's going to come out of this but a conversation. You guys aren't going to do anything but have a conversation. This is going to move on to another conversation and another topic.
And you niggas is going to let it happen and let it fly, and nobody's going to actually do anything about it but complain, but maybe have a couple little but you'll continue to go up with no jumper. You'll continue to sit at the freak factory. You'll continue to tolerate the disrespect, and it'll just be a normal way of your day to day.
But in the back of your mind, you should know that he's going to press the line, press your buttons, and seemingly he doesn't give a goddamn about our culture at all. And he's using you guys to have this Chud the Builder conversation to add to his title or clicks.
Yep.
That's all it's about. It's about the click. And he's gonna fight his way out of there.
And y'all gonna let him. With that all being said, man, it's all over for me, man. I'm finna get up out of here. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. We gone. Network, I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro with the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network, because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're gonna make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm Whack 100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life for your own personal home security. Call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second.
Hey, I'm ADAM22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and Whack 100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.
Apollo Jackson. It's dangerous. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboards. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let him hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Wow. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for it keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know what enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Missing with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.